A widespread phone service outage affected all of Jefferson County last night. People with AT&T couldn't make or receive any calls, including 911.
Yeah, that issue has since been resolved, but a big concern for many. Why did this happen? And what happens if this is to happen again? THV 11's Frederick Price joining us with answers tonight. Frederick.
Yeah, Rolly and Marlisa, this time it was completely out of the hands of the county. In fact, if you'll remember, just a few weeks ago, Central Arkansas experienced an outage too because of old equipment. Well, right now officials are working to make sure this doesn't happen again.
It's not necessarily something that we expect to happen on a continuous basis. It does happen.
And it did happen. Sunday afternoon, thousands of AT&T customers in Jefferson County tried to pick up the phone to make a call, only to find there was no service in the area.
Due to a fiber being cut by a third party in South Arkansas, basically a generic communications outage happened.
In a statement, the cell company confirms that service in both Little Rock and Pine Bluff may have been affected. The 911 operations center also took a hit, prompting people to turn elsewhere.
So it actually prevented people from reaching 911 because several people couldn't get out on those calls, but some of the 911 calls wouldn't come through due to that outage.
The communications center followed through with their backup plan to reroute calls to non-emergency lines, but that was unsuccessul.
Because of the generic broad outage, they weren't able to utilize those non-emergency phones as a backup because every phone in their center was down.
It's something that happened nearly a month ago in Central Arkansas. The 911 system in Pulaski County went completely offline.
So the infrastructure for 911, most of that is hosted in our area in Little Rock, Central Arkansas. And so with that 911 outage, we actually had a component of the 911 system fail.
The difference between the two situations is that on Sunday, the issue was with the AT&T network. In August, officials are calling that Central Arkansas situation a 911 outage only. Right now, the 911 board is taking action to prevent issues going forward.
That equipment's been in place since 911 was implemented in Arkansas about 30, 40 years ago. So we are working to upgrade and replace that equipment here across the state of Arkansas.
And Ingalls says it'll take about 2 years for AT&T to replace all of the 911 equipment in Central Arkansas. He also recommends that people learn non-emergency numbers for their city just in case.